just like cool your jets, honestly. There you go. Maybe like 3 is good. Yeah, okay. And just to start a new game. I mean, last game ended pretty well. I mean, game looks much better graphically. It is enhanced, but we'll see. New game. Import Witcher 1 save. Uh, what do you mean import save? Okay, 81. Yeah, I guess. Begin the tutorial? What do you mean import save? Can I actually get my choices from the last game? That's pretty good, honestly. Sure, let's do that. Okay, it looks a lot better. Tutorials. Opening a tutorial panel will pause the game so you can read its contents at your leisure. Hints can also be found outside the tutorial panel. When you initiate a new quest, the text beneath the minimap on the right of the screen will tell you what to do. Tab. Pay close attention to tutorial panels appearing on the screen. You can close and restore them at any time. The tutorial panel contains instructions you should follow and identify the keys or buttons you need to press. Tab to restore tutorial panel. Alright. Camera controls. Rotate the camera, look around and select targets during combat. Control the characters using keyboard or controller stick. You can also toggle between running and walking with caps lock. Alright.
Damned leaky boat. My boots are soaked. Yet another boggy shithole.
Okay, the graphics look a lot better. Things are a little too shiny, I think. Although you walk around pretty good. Use this to scan the area, find the corpse lying on the ground, then use WASD to approach it. When I see it, picking up loot. Press the mouse button, mouse click to stand near a container and click on it to bring up a list of its contents and select the item you wish to take. You can also pick up all items at once. Approach containers to bring up a window displaying the 4 most valuable items inside. What? Tournament announcements, Squires, Boots and Orange. Squires Boot Tournament announcement. Open the inventory panel to browse to the item Geralt has acquired. Some items may be equipped, facilitating their use. Sort items by category to browse through them more efficiently. To remove item from inventory, drag the item to the top item icon or press the applicable keys. I guess it's a weight system this time, I think. Maybe. Press I to access the inventory. Steel sword, damage reduction on block plus 3, bleeding plus 10%. Silver sword, 10 to 17 damage. This is more damage, huh? Bleeding plus 5%, both common. We got leather jacket, which is resistance to poison and bleeding 11%. We got soaked boots, do nothing. And trousers give me resistance to incineration. And I guess we can drop. Squire's boots, 1% resistance to incineration. Sure. Remove the soaked boots, put on the Squire's boots. Formula for a healing brew. Action not allowed an item. Potion, accelerate vitality regeneration plus 1, duration 10, toxicity 25, 1 rabies, 1 vitriol, 1 ether, 1 calcium. Okay, what do I do with this? Tournament announcement. Notice about a tournament in the Grand Arena. There you go. Warriors of the world, knights, gladiators, soldiers, and armed ladies. Oh, that's pretty inclusive of them. The Grand Arena, famous throughout the north as the site of the ultimate combat trials, opens its gates before you. Demonstrate your courage and sword skills. Claim the glory and the coin due to true heroes. Those acknowledged as worthy of the tournament will receive an invitation enabling them to enter the Grand Arena and win eternal flame. Fame. Right. The Grand Arena. Sure. Oh, journal update. The journal has been updated. Open it to view a full description of quests. Track a quest, mark it on your journal. Alright. Move towards the quest objective. A short hint can be found under the minimap. Follow path through forest. Step by step, you have asked me to tell you of Geralt's feats in the arena, yet I recall another adventure. A brief one that took place just before the Witcher reached the town that he would gain everlasting glory. It all began with a leaky boat, soaked boots, and a bad mood. What a dreary place it was, a gloomy forest, a deserted, muddy path, and the terrifying cries of necrophages feasting on corpses. The penniless local peasants had shut the doors of their huts, and only a single voice could be heard. It was the voice of a man in the throes of death. Alright, and then this is our thing. Rook, which gives I don't even know what. Rook is especially popular among witches who believe that killing monsters quickly is the best defense. This potion increases muscle power and thus damage dealt to foes in close combat. Unlike Thunderbolt, it has no side effects. Rook can alleviate the side effect of White Daffodil's decoction, Gadvilla and Tiara. White Daffodil decoction has a side effect now. Alright. Potion can causes minor intoxication when imbibed. Alright. This potion is recommended for witches who prefer to use their swords in fight and employ science sporadically. Rook is especially helpful against resistant and highly armored enemies. Golden Aureole gives resistance to bleeding, incineration, poisoning, toxicity, and okay, yeah. Golden Aureole, one of the best known witcher potions, increases resistance to special attacks such as poisoning, incineration, and bleeding. The brew also negates the side effects of the Lapwing and Brook potions while producing no side effects of its own. Increases toxicity slightly when imbibed, so it doesn't make you drunk. Golden Aureole is recommended for fighting monsters that employ powerful special attacks. It is effective against venomous and fire-breathing creatures, as well as those that cause bleeding. Right? Hey, we know these ones. Look at that. Pithy Splitter. Damage bonus on science plus 7%. Right? What does Rook do then? It doesn't tell us. This potion, created by a student of the famous mage of the first conclave, is weaker than Samelford Splitter, but has no side effects. Pithy Splitter increases the intensity of Witcher's signs, the impact of the Ard and the defenses of the Quen, the effectiveness of the Yidrin, and so on. This potion increases toxicity when very markedly when imbibed. Okay, 50. It is recommended for witchers to rely more heavily on magic than on their swords, and before fights against monsters vulnerable to signs. Falca's Blood. Just duration 3. Falca's Blood increases the maximum damage dealt with a sword. Okay, it's an oil. It differs from Whirl in that luck determines whether a witcher is using the oil will land a hard or light blow. This blade Grease owes his name to King Wittring's daughter, a rebel known for her cruelty. Ah, Falca. Right, okay, I know about her. Falca's Blood is especially effective against resistant and heavily armored opponents. Then Brown Oil gives bleeding plus 30%. Wounds caused by a blade covered with brown oil do not heal. The blade grease also augments hemorrhaging. Hit an opponent with a blade covered with brown oil, adopt a defensive stance, and stall for time. The adversary soon drops to the ground due to loss of blood. The oil is ineffective against creatures resistant to bleeding. Resistant to bleeding, I should say. Cat. Cat is one of the potions witchers use most often. After imbibing it, the witcher is able to see in total darkness and will avoid being surprised by any nocturnal creatures. 25 toxicity though. Huh. The potion allows its user to see both living creatures and those made of inanimate matter, even through walls. Really? Cat slightly disrupts perception, however, as a result of which its user deals less damage to monsters. The Rook potion can be used to alleviate the side effect. The potion causes minor intoxication when imbibed. The cat potion is recommended before entering a cave or a crypt and before a midnight stroll through dangerous terrain. Samum. The bomb, 15 to 30 damage and 30% stun chance. A Zeracanian invention, Sanam found its way north thanks to merchants and was later adopted by the Witchers. The bomb stuns and immobilizes all creatures within range, rendering them defenseless against the Witch's blade. The bomb is ineffective against creatures resistant to stunning. And Swallow, my favorite. Plus 1 regen during combat, 25 toxicity, 10 duration, symbolizing spring and rejuvenation. The swallow lent its name to this potion that accelerates the rate at which wounds scab over and heal. As universal brew, it is good on many occasions and additionally produces no side effects. The Witcher can use the swallow potion to balance out some of the undesirable effects of potions like Thunderbolt, Maribor Forest, Lapwing, Tiara, and Samorfell Spitzer. The potion increases toxicity slightly when imbibed, 25. It is recommended before long fights. Slow but consistent vitality regeneration will provide a significant advantage over foes, which is unsure of the dangers they might face in a given situation. Consume this universal brew as a failsafe. Alright. That's all the potions I have, and these are all tutorials. Right, nothing else. Right, what's over here first? So we got a nice flashing effect. Right, we got a monster, obviously. A short hint can be found on the minimap. Right, M is map. I can't see the map right now. The map has gotten better. I mean, there was no minimap last time. is character interaction. Talk to a character. Point the camera at him or her. Press the typical button. Hello, you're a wounded knight. Bolton of Ironford. Hello, Bolton. What's up?
Who are you?
I'm not gonna hurt you. Will you let me look at your wounds?
Odd. You don't resemble a traveling preacher.
I'm a
Oh,
preacher.
damn the dogs, it hurts to talk. I wager my armor's the only thing keeping me in one piece.
I'll find some help.
Futile, I'm afraid. Around here, folk don't open their doors to strangers. You would do well to find my squire. I'd like to thrash his hide for fleeing from those corpse-eaters. Consider it my final wish.
I found his body by the river. Listen, let me brew you a health potion. You're no witcher, so it could kill you. But if I'm not mistaken, you already think you're dead. There's a slim chance that your body will quell the toxins and regenerate.
Yeah.
I'll expire in this hole before I let someone turn me into a mutant.
Oh,
That's
come on.
not how it works. Stay calm and lie still. I need to find some herbs.
Alright, so you found a wounded knight. Quest tracking. You have begun a new quest phase. Your objective is marked on the minimap in the upper right corner of the screen. The yellow marker indicates your current objective for the quest being tracked. Open the journal to view a list of active quests. Select the quest you wish to track. You can only track one at a time. Right. A man. Yeah. Voice of a man in throes of death. The dying man proved to be a knight named Bolton of Ironford. Wounded heavily by corpse eaters, he awaited death in agony, propped up against the wall of an unwelcoming house. Witches are no healers, but on seeing the half-dead man before him, Geralt decides to take a risk and give the knight a regenerating potion. Many of you know that most witches' potions are lethal to ordinary humans, as they are prepared from poisonous herbs and ingredients carved from the corpses of monsters. Only a mutant's organism can accommodate the toxins in such things. This patient, however, had one foot in the grave, so it was worth the risk. Geralt left the knight where he was and began search for the required herbs. Right. Guess I'm cooking a swallow. We need vitriol, ether, and calcium. Go to the place indicated on the minimap to find the plants you need to prepare the potion. Or I could just knock on this door. Who the heck made this bridge? Guess it is stone, but okay, I guess I can't go there. You okay? Still dying?
Shot of vodka. That's what I need.
No, you probably don't need that. Right, Witcher's Medallion. Use the medallion to detect nearby containers, herbs, monsters, places of power, and threats. Really? I thought it was only monsters. To use the medallion, simply press the corresponding key, Z. Once it's used, medallion must recharge before it can be activated again. Oh, so it's like a pulse. Right. White myrtle petals. Take it. What is this? Celandine. I remember that. Then we got Brionia. We got that much later on in the game. And I don't think we ever found this Scotendom. To prepare a potion, bomb, or blade oil, you must have both the formula detailing its composition as well as ingredients containing the substances listed in the formula. Mixtures can only be prepared while meditating. Formula and other ingredients can be purchased from shopkeepers or found in various locations. Ingredients can also be harvested from plants and carved from monster corpses. Control to bring up quick menu, select the central icon to begin meditating. Right, but like, is there nothing over here? Back at the beach. There you go. So your eyes start shining. I see. When he can use it again. Alright, understandable. Prepare the potion of the wounded knight. I'll prepare it close to him. What else do you say?
Damn corpse eaters.
So they are corpse eaters. Ard, Yidrin, Igni, Quen, Axie. Long sword, Witcher steel sword, signs, and something else. Oh, here we go. Alchemy. So now we can meditate anywhere. That makes sense, not just at fireplaces. Alchemy, character, meditate, drinks and potions. So we go alchemy and healing brew. Create. Yeah. Boom. Done. Escape. Take the potion to the wounded knight. Hello, wounded knight. Got you a Witcher's healing potion. Small.
Knock back this potion. Try not to vomit. Drink it. You're still alive, so that bodes well. But you've got a ways to go before you're at full health. Now you have to sit and wait.
Yeah, it takes
You're
time.
no mutant, so it'll be a couple of days before you recover and we can get you out of here.
Thank you, Witcher. Hallowed Grieve!
Didn't have the chance earlier. I'm Geralt of Rivia.
Bolton of Ironfoot.
What happened here? Yeah, what happened here?
I wanted to try my luck in the arena, but some corpse eaters surprised me. My horse reared and I came crashing down in full armor. They pounced upon me with their claws. Though broken, I managed to drive them off and crawl here. Pitiful story, but there it is.
Alright.
That could mean some paid work for me.
Yeah.
Doubtful. If the corpses weren't eaten, they would rot, emit a stench, and breed pestilence. Ah, damn the dogs!
Oh, they want the corpse
Those who
eaters?
fall in the arena, their bodies are cast into the ravine. The dead offer little in terms of diversion, I'm afraid. Except perhaps to monsters.
Right, what happened here? Can
I
ask you
wanted to
again?
try... Doubtful. Those who fall...
Right, well, I gotta go.
Get well, Bolton of Ironford, and farewell.
You must take my invitation. If but half of what I've heard about witches is true, you ought to manage well in the arena.
Alright.
Thanks, Bolton.
Yeah.
I thank you. And now, Geralt of Rivia, if you've no objection, I would finally like to get some sleep.
Maybe like make a small shelter or something for him? I don't know. You now have an invitation to the arena located in town. Go there and take part in the tournament. Proceed towards the town. Right, he's just sleeping. And I'm gonna pulse this thing all over the place. Is this the town? It's really kind of like a very random path to it. Like it's just a main road. Come on, man. Open up. Just gotta wait.
Who
here now.
stalks the night? Be gone, cursed soul, or I'll stick the hounds on ya!
Got corpse eaters on this side, so I'll take your hounds any day.
A jester, eh? You're all jesters. You all think you're droll till you enter the arena. No room for joking around in there.
I'm not trying to be funny. I'm soaked and I'm freezing. Let me in.
Ah, a vampire. I'll not let a bloodsucker in. Oh, no. I've got eels in garlic here. What do you say to that?
I'll gladly submit to the eels and garlic trial, and the running water trial, and the beer trial.
Who knows what you are? Evil crawls the night, corrupting the righteous. I'll wait for morn, for the cock to crow. If the rising sun don't scare you off, I'll let you in.
You want me to wait here?
Yep, I suppose he
You
does.
there!
He's gone.
All right. Let's find a place to rest.
Alright. I mean, that's kind of smart in this universe. Meditate to a predetermined hour instead of waiting. In the meditation panel, select the option meditate till dawn. Open quick menu. Right. What does the journal say? Blah blah blah. Required earth. Fortunately, after a short search, Geralt found all the necessary plants nearby. He picked a cozy spot and brewed the potion. Geralt bought Bolton the flask. The brew inside is still warm. He firmly ordered the knight to drink up. Our hero gave the wounded knight the potion. When the man drank it, he felt pain more excruciating than any pain necrophages ever inflicted with their claws. Yet that was the price of being treated with the witch's brew. It was too early to tell if Bolton of Ironford would survive, yet Geralt had already earned the knight's gratitude. Apart from his thanks, the witcher received an invitation which doubled as a pass to the nearby arena. Geralt could now head to town and take part in the fights organized there. Students, poets, and other loafers know full well that an ill-disposed gatekeeper can foil even the best plan. Geralt encountered just such an obstacle. Standing guard at the entrance to town was a man who feared anyone who came calling by night. Seeing the witcher's pale, sullen face, he mistook Geralt for a vampire and refused to open the gate. Our hero had to wait outside the town walls until dawn. Right. Well, I mean, again, it makes sense to me. It's not the right universe to just do stuff. Tournament announcement. I have long leather gauntlets. Where did I get those? Reduction of damage from magic plus 4% resistance to bleeding plus 1 armor. Hell yeah, equip that. Healing Brood, invitation to Grand Arena. Having heard about her exceptional combat skills, undisputed knightly virtues, really, courteous manners, and unquestioned courage, we are honored to invite you to test your abilities in the Grand Arena. Famous throughout the North, in the Grand Arena, victory is always awarded to the best man. Well, I'm a mutant. You will have a chance to claim the glory and fame befitting a truly great warrior. You need not arrive alone, as the rules allow for a squire or a different armed companion. Alright, is Dandelion coming? I'll just chill out right here if you don't mind. Meditate. And meditate until selected time. Till dawn. There's the cock crowing. Enter the arena. As the sun rose sluggishly over the horizon, a hero caught up, cursed profusely, gathered his meager possessions, and headed once more towards the town gate. Right, let's do that then. Hello, let me in.
Still there, foul soul?
Yeah, I'm still here. And the cock has crowed. As far as being foul, well, I may smell a bit.
Has it got an invitation?
It has.
Then it may enter. Good luck to it in the arena.
Yeah, good luck to me. I'm gonna lower the volume a bit more. It is a very loud game. Yeah, 1 second. Sound and music. Let's crank the sound down to like 7 and the dialogue down to like 7 as well. There you go. Maybe crank the music up a bit, because I didn't hear any music. Is this the arena? Welcome to Witcher training. This section of the tutorial is designed to acquaint you with combat basics. You will need to complete several tasks, after which your newly learned abilities will be tested. 1 to draw steel sword, 2 to silver sword, and use same key to sheath it. 1 to draw steel sword. Bunch of humans. Target selection. Rotate the camera towards your opponent. You want to attack, focus, alt, okay. To focus on a chosen foe and mark him, Geralt will attack until the foe dies or you select on the target. Wait, really? No, this is auto attack still? Aim at the skinny opponent. Janos. With the fat opponent, Niva. Armored Knight is this guy. Okay, no, I slip. Strong attack, alright. Alright, parrying, dodging, and repose. That was easy enough. I think there are combos as well. Slow opponents mount strong attacks, while swift opponents mount weaker but more frequent attacks. Fighting either requires dodging and parrying. Keep in mind that parrying only reduces the damage the Geralt receives rather than eliminating it entirely. You cannot parry magic attacks. Dodge them or cast signs to protect yourself from them. Alright. Teach me how to do this. You got this guy. Vigor. Vigor is represented by the yellow bar in the upper left corner of the screen. Vigor drops every time you parry an opponent's strike or cast a sign. Okay, so parrying or casting, not swinging, huh? Low vigor will prevent you from casting signs, though it will not limit your ability to parry. Okay. Hint, vigor regenerates over time. Drink potions to accelerate this process. Vigor affects the damage you deal to foes. Really? When developing your character, you can increase the maximum vigor points available to your character. Right? Parry opponent by pressing and holding E just before he strikes. Got him. Do it again. Okay. Okay, riposte. Counter your opponent's attack with a riposte. To riposte, hold down the parry key and attack when the riposte marker appears on your foe. Outside tutorial, riposte must first acquire the related ability in character development tree, because I don't automatically have it. Okay. Art sign. Each time you cast a sign, you lose 1 point of vigor. Vigor is represented by the yellow bar in the upper left corner of the screen. Low vigor will prevent you from casting signs. The art sign can knock down or stun your foe, allowing you to finish him off with a single blow. Use the art sign to weaken opponents equipped with shields. The art sign is currently selected. Press the applicable key to cast it. 5. Critical effects. In addition to dealing regular damage, Geralt and his foes can inflict critical effects in combat. These additional effects induced by attacks remain active for a certain time. The stun and knockdown effects allow Geralt to finish off opponents instantly. Some foes are immune to selected effects. Look at the top of the screen to see effects dealt to Geralt. Alright. Oh, execution style. Alright. You have stunned your foe, finish him off. It's done. Who's next? Oh. Select a sign by pressing the corresponding key. Bring up the quick menu to select a sign. Press and hold the quick menu key. Select a sign and release the key to resume playing. You can also select signs by scrolling through the sign list. So we can go. Gimme Ignay.
At him! For the ring of God!
The mage has dealt the incineration critical effect to Geralt. The wizard will take additional damage as long as the effect remains active. Both positive and negative effects remain active for a specific time. Effect duration is displayed at the top of the screen. List of effects: blinding, bleeding, incineration, freezing, poisoning, intoxication. The mage has dealt significant damage with his spells. Your vitality, represented by a red bar in the upper left corner of the screen, is dangerously low. When your vitality is low, focus on defense and cast a Quen sign to reduce the damage dealt to you by foes. Okay, Quen. The defensive Quen sign absorbs damage dealt to you by your foes. To reflect part of the absorbed damage back at your opponents, acquire the relevant ability. When active, the Quen sign halts all vigor regeneration. Okay. Press 8 to trigger Quen. 8. Okay, I got Quen. What is this? The Axis sign allows you to assume temporary control of your foes. Holding knife.
Careful! He actually defeated the King's guards!
I have turned him against him. He's not doing anything.
Damn, you're ugly.
There you go, he's going in. Boom, okay. The Yudrin sign is a magical trap that is traced on the ground. Yudrin traps and immobilizes opponents. Use them to trap foes and attack them from behind or buy time to flee if it is not going as planned. Oh, what is that? The hell is 6? Press 7 with the fiery Igni sign. What the hell? Retrieve items from chest in the arena. Quick slot items. To place an item in quick slot, open the inventory and drag selected item like bombs, traps, daggers, and lures to quick slot located in the upper right corner of the panel. Once you leave the inventory, your item selected will appear in the quick menu where they can easily access. Alright. Retrieve all items from the chest. I guess we'll do that then. Targe, Winter, Somnum, well-balanced dagger. Okay. Place bombs, traps, and daggers retrieved from the chest in your quick slot. Alright. In your pockets, I guess. What is this? Close foes down. Well-balanced dagger. Scroll through quick slot items, select bomb, traps, lures, and daggers previously placed in quick slots. From quick menu, bring up the quick menu, release the quick menu key, and choose an item selected. Okay. Press R to cast a bomb. R to aim precisely, hold button to cast. There you go. Try that again, I guess. Right there. Done. Select traps on the quick slot. Easy to defeat your foe. There's no limit to number of traps you can place. Come on over, knight. Run straight up. but I placed a trap right here. Oh, it's got like a little circle. There you go. Now we gotta select daggers. Give me the headshot. Okay, buddy. Scroll through quick slot items, select bomb traps, lures, and daggers and placed in previous quick slot. I press tab. Right. Dude. Eat that. Eat this. And let me aim precisely. Precisely for your... Okay. Center of mass. Sure. So 3 is to go through signs. Character development. Over the first 6 levels, you will be able to unlock abilities from the training path. As you acquire more talents, you will be able to spend them on abilities from the 3 remaining paths: magic, alchemy, and swordsmanship. Your character has advanced to next level. Open the character development panel to acquire new abilities. Hinted: higher difficulty setting are developed only possible by abilities. You mean like the first game? Mutagens. Mutagens can be used to modify some of Geralt's abilities. To use a mutagen, go to the character development panel and find an ability with a mutagen slot on the training path. Place a mutagen in the slot to upgrade that ability. Search the corpse of slain monsters to find more mutagens. Huh, sounds interesting. Training, magic, alchemy, swordsmanship. Alright, training. Why is this so weird? Whoa, why is this animation so weird? Dagger throwing unlocks the ability to throw daggers. Unlocks the ability to throw daggers. Next, damage dealt by daggers plus 20. Meh. Vigor regeneration while out of combat plus 25%. Vigor regeneration while out of combat when in combat also. Okay, well, do that then. Help me regenerate vigor. Escape. Escape, I guess. Level up. Spend all available talents on stuff. Okay, so I have 0 talents. Right. No, or do I have talents? No, I don't have any talents. I'm done. It's done. I did it. Right? Oh, I gotta mutate something. Right. Lesser power mutagen. Damage 1. Mutated. Yeah. It's got +1 minimum damage, +1 maximum damage. But it's for vigor regeneration during combat. But sure, I guess it does more damage also. Oh, okay. Retrieve item from chest. Final trial. Your final trial awaits. Make sure you to prepare, as you're about to face 3 waves of opponents. Ooh, scary. Before the trial begins, explore the chest in the arena to use the items you find there. Remember to drink some potions and coat your blades with oils. Also fill your quick slots with other items you deem most useful. Right. Begin the trial at any time by stepping into the highlighted circle at the edge of the arena. To quit through the tutorial, exit through the arena's main gate. Once you do so, however, you will not be able to return. Wait, what is this? The number of foes you defeat during this trial will determine your recommended difficulty setting. Alright. It is an actual test. Maribor Forest. I'll just take it all. Preparing for combat. Your next fight requires some preparations. Begin by drinking several potions. You should find a few in the chest in the arena. Each potion you consume increases your toxicity. Your maximum toxicity level, indicated on the right side of the screen, limits the number of potions you can drink. To drink potions, bring up the quick menu, begin meditating, and choose drink potions. Wait, you have to meditate to drink potions? When you're ready, step into the highlighted circle. Quit at any time by exiting to the main gate. Alright, let's meditate. Because to drink potions, you have to meditate, apparently. We can drink 3. Maribor Forest and Swallow. Significantly increases vigor while reducing vitality and chance of causing critical effects. No. No, don't drink anything. That is trash. Right, I can equip some items though. Grape shot. Shrapnel bomb. Seems pretty good. Trap, incinerate foes and detonates other traps within range. Dude, give me that. Definitely give me swallow, obviously. Action not allowed. Right, well, whatever then. Increase damage dealt to humans. Yeah. Increase damage dealt to insectoids. Sure. And 300 seconds, huh? That's it. Yes, thank you. And sound bomb. Sure, throw in a dagger and another trap. And I guess these potions just stay on me. Guess I can drink potion. Wait, meditate. Drink a swallow potion before you go in, I guess. Get in there. Drink it. Taster, I got an achievement. Just toss it on the side there. Don't need the bottle. Right, we're good. Leave. And let us begin the fight. Right. Well, that was not good. That was easy enough. Try and place a trap. Thank you. Ah! You walked right into my trap. Don't you dare do that again. Ow, okay. How do you like that apple, huh? Why am I burning? Okay, do not spam. Don't spam, just don't spam. It's fine. You don't need to spam. Get out of here. How do I cast signs? I forgot. I'm dead as hell. Well, that was a horrible performance. Easy. No. Put me on hard. I'll be fine. I can manage hard. Yeah, I know it was a horrible performance there. I just need to get used to it. Indeed, naught is more repulsive than these monsters that defy nature and are known by the name of Witcher. Great, as they are the offspring of foul sorcery and witchcraft, unscrupulous scoundrels without conscience and virtue. They are veritable creatures from hell, capable only of taking lives. Monstrum, a portrayal of Witchers, anonymous. Great. Sounds like an amazing, definitely not racist writing right there. Pretty accurate, put it in a textbook. 6 years have passed since that memorable day when the northern kingdoms, their forces united, defeated the host of Nilfgaard in open battle at Brenna. Famine and disease reigned in all the north. Elves and dwarves inhabit ghettos. In ever-increasing numbers, they flee to the forest to join the Scoia'tael units. Yes, we know this. Happened in the last game. We supported the rebellion. Intermeria, an unidentified assassin attempts to murder King Foltest. The killer dies at the hands of Geralt of Rivia, a professional monster slayer. That happened at the end of the last game, yes. I did that in the cutscene. A month passes. On the banks of the Pontar River, Foltest's army is victorious once more, ending civil strife in the country. Yet the price of his triumph proves immense. Temeria, the year 1271. Okay, so it's just been a month since the first game. I'm running away. Oh, I have fallen down. Oh. I guess I have collapsed. Oh, it's a bunch of witchers. That seems good. Although a witcher did try to kill the king. Foltest. Dungeons of La Valette Castle, 3 days after the battle. Prologue. Oh, they're all playing dice.
Come on, sixes. Daddy needs you.
Dice poker?
Oh, shit. Ha! 20 orange to Grandad. Looky there, he's awake.
It's me.
You daft! Don't go in there!
Shut it, he's in chains, can't do a thing.
Am I right, Master Geralt?
Aren't you Foltest army? Why you? I saved his life.
Roll again! Why? The dice didn't roll! Calling me a cheat? Take it back.
Look, he's awake again.
Yeah.
Monster slayer, my ass. A regular horson. I heard witches would start out as roadside orphans taken in by mages. Mages who experiment on them. Fuck's sake, they plough witches come the equinox. That's how they get those spooky eyes.
Enough! Take him down and put him in the interrogation room.
I thought you died.
Who is this?
I'm not so easy to kill.
Who is this? Do I know you? Oh, okay. What's up, dude? I don't know. Who I do know, apparently.
I don't believe we've been introduced. Vernon Roach.
Roche. Very funny.
Fuck you.
Oh, okay.
Nasty. And after we've been through so much.
Same side of the barricade then. Opposite sides of the table now.
You can change that.
You want me to sit on your lap?
Vess! Unshackle him. You will tell me everything you remember. The entire assault. And all that happened in the Solar.
And if I refuse?
I shall have to beat you. I've commanded the Special Forces for a while. Got good at beating others. You're a witcher. You'd endure much.
Yeah.
You better believe it.
Worst case scenario, you'll suffer through it, go back to your cell, and tomorrow, they'll publicly gut you, skin you, and hang you.
Just like that? For nothing?
No. For Temeria.
Is the king
Downright
dead?
praiseworthy. Where should I start?
It was a long day. I wish to hear the important bits.
That morning the king summoned me. We'll go from the start.
Just so we're clear on this, I was not eager to go into battle. But Foltest is not someone you refuse.
Okay, it's morning now. Day of the assault. Dawn. Oh, there's someone there with us. Triss Marigold, I presume. Although we didn't take this path, we went to... think that's Shani. Pretty sure it's not. Definitely very naked. Nope, that is. That does look like Triss to me.
Witcher, are you up? His Majesty, King of Tiberia, Pontar, Mahakam, and Sodden, Senior Protector of Bruges, summons Master Geralt to appear before him.
Tell him I'll be there shortly.
Sorry to intrude like this, milady, but the King...
We heard you.
Yeah, you can be.
A pleasant day to you, milady. Witcher.
Alright, get out of here.
Stupid war. Could have been such a beautiful morning.
A war can never be stupid when waged by your king.
People are dying because of a lover's spat. There are no wise wars.
A wise war is a contradiction, Triss.
Triss, okay, good.
Then
Yes,
maybe
please.
you know just how I should advise our lustful monarch.
Stop falling in love, sire no further bastards, and don't wage stupid wars.
Genius. You know, these bastards could vie for the throne in the future. Then we'd have an even more senseless conflict.
Which
Nice
doesn't
big
change
locker.
the fact that
I know. Foltest and the other northern monarchs are neither the smartest nor the most refined. But they're kings, one of whom we serve.
And I'll see Foltest is summoned, protect him if need be. But once the castle falls, we leave.
Once it falls. Not very confident, huh?
Did you dream of the wild hunt again?
I guess I killed him. The king of the wild hunt. That dream, yeah.
I get the feeling that dream's important. Running frantically through the forest. The wild hunt.
Oh, that dream, okay.
They're the last things I remember. I wake up and try to relive the dream and the memory, hoping I'll find some guidance. Some clue to grab onto. Something that'll help me recover my memory.
Dreams can be very powerful. Some people claim they can even shape reality.
People claim a lot of things. The problem is, it's often nonsense.
Where's my armor, by
We'll
the way?
know in time.
I had really good armor.
I'm sure of it.
Like the best. A scout reported seeing a dragon.
One of the scouts swears he saw a dragon down by the river. Claims he ran into a Scoia'tael unit. That would have been it if the dragon hadn't swooped down. The elves apparently bowed in prayer and he escaped.
A dragon in the midst of civilization? Oh, please. Besides, does it matter? Witchers don't hunt dragons. Or has something changed?
Nothing's changed. And you're right. It's probably not a dragon. Although it could be a forktail or a slizzard. Maybe even an overgrown wyvern.
Yeah.
The scout ran into some elves and scurried away. That's how that story begins and ends.
Makes sense, actually. Learn anything about the assassin?
The
Yeah.
unlucky assassin? How did the autopsy go?
It was a nightmare. In the months since you killed him, the king's medics poked around in his corpse like a bunch of amateurs. What arrived in that cart? Well, I wouldn't even call it a corpse.
Foltest has some trust issues. Did you learn anything?
His pupil suggested he could probably see in the dark as well as you. I couldn't put an age on him.
The killer snuck past all the guards and nearly killed Foltest and me a month ago. And now you tell me he was a witcher?
No, we knew
Possibly.
that.
I'm just saying what the autopsy showed. I haven't told anyone, nor do I plan to. I know what it could do to you if it got out. You might be a savior, a king's witcher now, but masters can be as fickle as the cults they ride.
Alright, well, time to go.
All right. Time to look to the lustful king and his stupid war.
I'll join you later.
Alright, that's fine. By the king's will. Wow. It is a pretty looking game, honestly. Look at all these catapults. By the king's will, ever since Geralt saved Foltest's life, the king has been fond of keeping his favorite witcher close by his side. Thus, when the monarch laid siege to the walled town and castle of the mutinous Baroness La Villette, Geralt found himself whiling the days away a few tents down from the king's own, in the company of Tris Merigold, a sorceress, a witcher's lover, and Foltest's royal advisor. These were pleasant moments, despite the mild restlessness that plagued our hero. Finally, on the day of the assault, he was summoned before his royal majesty, and that is how his troubles began. Okay, so after this, I guess it makes sense. He hired me basically to be his bodyguard. The Dungeons of Lavalettes. My story begins after the fateful events in which the Witcher Geralt of Rivia, or known also as the White Wolf, saved Foltest of Temeria from an assassin. From that moment on, the monarch would not quit the Witcher's company, turning him from an itinerant monster slayer into a royal bodyguard, and thus causing him to suffer increasingly. However, since it is unwise to deny a king, Geralt now found himself in the lands of the Lavalettes, where Foltest has taken personal command of the siege of a rebel family's walled town and castle. Witchers know well how fickle fortune can be, and accordingly, Luck had abandoned our hero within the castle walls. Due to a tragic mistake, Geralt was imprisoned in the castle's dungeon, where he had to patiently recount recent events to Vernon Roche, Foltest's right-hand man. If you wish to know just how the Witcher plunged from the pinnacle of success to the depths of misfortune, listen to my tale. The Assassin of Kings. When Geralt spotted the plans of the Grand Master of the Order of the Flaming Rose. Okay, good, so there you go. He did save the last game stuff, I guess. It seemed the situation in Vizima would return to normal sooner or later. A blow came from an unexpected quarter. As the Witcher was collecting his reward from King Foltest, an assassin sneaked into the throne room of the royal palace. Foltest would have perished if not for the Witcher's presence of mind. Geralt defeated the would-be Kingslayer and thus saved the monarch's life, but the Witcher was left wondering who had sent this killer and why. Intriguingly, the assassin seemed very similar to a Witcher, so much so he might even have been one. Well, he was one. And locations: the Lavalette Castle. During my travels, I visited the dynastic abode of the Lavalette family several times. Anyone who considers Vizima an impressive city is unlikely to have seen the ancestral citadel of the Lavalettes. The immensity of the fortress is simply breathtaking, to the extent that calling it a mere castle is either gross inaccuracy or a jest. Expanded over generations, the walled town boasts the greatest fortification in Temeria and perhaps in all the northern kingdoms. Really? And we are attacking it, huh? The citadel is located near the strategically important White Bridge, which connects the banks of the Ponter. It commands the entire area, including nearby trade routes and the river crossing. No wonder then that the rebellion of Lavalettes disturbed Fortress sleep. Right. Oh my god, so many characters. Mary Louise Lavalette. I have chanced to visit the court of the Lavalettes on several occasions in the past. I guess this is Dandelion writing this, huh? Invariably, I was greeted and received in a manner befitting my fame and talent. Baroness Mary Louisa was a very comely lady, her beauty having fully blossomed, her dark hair and lips sensuous. As with many women married to a markedly older man, rumors about her were plentiful. Among them, one claiming that she had a love affair with King Foltest himself, and that the monarch had fathered her children. Great. Amazing. Tris Merigold, my companion. I have known the sorceress Tris Merigold for a long time, for she is one of Geralt's closest friends. The young, pretty, talented, auburn-haired mage from Maribor hardly reminded me of the giggling flapper of years past. Her knowledge, abilities, and loyalty had brought her far, a hero from Sodden known as the 14th of the Hill, for she was mistakenly counted as the 14th mage to die in that battle. She sat on the royal council of King Foltest of Temeria. And though they say that a monarch's favor is uncertain, for the king had once expelled all mages from Temeria, Tris had managed to gain Foltest's trust. As regards the Witcher, everyone who was witness to Tris's friendship with Geralt, anyone who saw them together would easily confirm that these two had much in common, and it is common knowledge that an old flame never dies. Good. Okay. Alright. Geralt of Rivia is me. Behold our hero, subjected to mutations and rigorous sword and sorcery training as a child, he has become a superhuman monster slayer. Always penniless and often disdained by those whom he protects, he wanders the world seeking work. Fate has little mercy for him, putting obstacles in his way, yet he trudges on. He has more scruples than a begging bomb has fleas. Great. Nice metaphor, Dandelion. Doubt haunts him even when a band of ruffians, knives drawn, approaches him on the highway. Is he a good man? I do not think so. Does he try to maintain his humanity? I believe he does. You must know that Geralt of Rivia died once already, or at least everyone thought him dead. During a massacre in Rivia, he sought to defend non-humans and fell to overwhelming odds. Placed in a boat, he floated into the mists, into a realm where he finally found peace. Not for long, because of forces to be mentioned later, Geralt returned just in time to defend the Witcher's ancient home fortress, then embarking on a mission to recover the secret stolen from it. Along the way, he took part in the Scoia'tael uprising, shattered a powerful criminal organization because it is following me, and killed the Grand Master of the Order of the Flaming Rose. All the while, his fame as a lover grew. Good. Well, that's Geralt for you. And if all this wasn't enough, he then foiled the attempted assassination of King Foltest of Temeria and became one of the monarch's most trusted men. King Foltest, he looks kinda different. In retrospect, His Royal Majesty King Foltest was certainly an exceptional persona when compared to the other crowned heads of the time. The King of Temeria, Prince of Sodden, Sovereign of Pontar and Mahakam, and Senior Protector of Brugge, Angen, Rivendell, and Elnander, was a firm and decisive ruler, as I suppose one should expect from someone so abundantly titled. Yeah. He was the kind of man who, when hit, made a sound suggesting he was forged of steel and not mottled of bird dung. Being unmarried, he led a rather casual private life. In his youth, while still a prince, Foltest strove to demonstrate what he was capable of, and he proved capable of much. The love affair he had with his own sister, by whom he fathered his eldest daughter Ada, well, yes, that is true, is widely known, as is his later affection for Baroness Mary Louise Lavalette. Both relationships bore heavy consequences, so to speak, and in both instances, Geralt found himself stuck in the middle of the resulting mess. And Shani. Some of you have surely heard the rumors about the relationship that blossomed between the young medic Shani and Geralt. I hasten to inform you that they are all true. Great. I consider Shani a friend of both true and old. We go back to the days where I lectured in minstrelsy at Oxford University. I doubt that. And I was the one to introduce her to the Witcher. Upon Geralt's return to the living, they were reunited in Vizima, where the red-haired medic competed with Triss Merigold for where Geralt's heart competed. Right. She emerged victorious from the rivalry. The flame of their romance blazed bright, but it burned out quickly. Though a very young woman, Shani proved more mature than the Witcher, who had always found relationships puzzling and difficult. Geralt would dodge his obligations towards her, preferring instead to pursue the missions King Foltest assigned him. The medic quickly realized this flower would yield no bread. She had a serious conversation with the Witcher and then parted amicably. Shani accepted an offer to teach at Oxenford and left for the city, whereas Geralt followed Foltest into the lands of the Lavalettes. After splitting with Shani, the Witcher needed comforting and quickly found solace in Triss Merigold's arms, of course. So that's how our previous story resolves itself, I guess, and how we ended up with her, Triss. Dandelion. It is always awkward to write about oneself. There you go, okay, confirmation. Yet I cannot shrink this beauty. In an effort to preempt any accusations of partiality, I shall set down the humblest of notes relating only to the best known facts. Dandelion, in reality, the Viscount of Lethenhoff, great, though titles are unimportant, is a certified troubadour, a lecturer at Oxford University, a persona known among society as a charmer, poet, dandy, and unparalleled lover, of course, great. Almost everyone north of the Yeruga has heard of him, and those who are not are either bores or simpletons of both, as a result of which their opinions do not matter in the slightest. Amazing. Dandelion played a significant part in the most important events of the era. He loved, fought, negotiated, and acquired immense knowledge, even that of the forbidden variety. Right. His works are a testimony of the times, but it is his moving poetic tropes that have brought him true fame. The important thing in this story is that Dandelion was a friend to Geralt of Rivia, possibly his only true friend. Right. He was Geralt's confidant, advisor, and a companion in misery, for it was impossible to experience good fortune in the Witcher's company. What Geralt did, Dandelion faithfully recounted, and one should not give credence to those who accuse his humble chronicler of confabulating. I'm pretty sure you're lying about a lot of things, but sure. We got Roche. There is a man like Vernon Roche in every monarch's retinue, brave, determined, ready to execute any command, and thoroughly hated at a court. He knows that his only alliance in service to the king kept him in his position. Roche was the leader of the Blue Stripes, King Foltest's special forces, renowned among other things for battling the Scoia'tael and quelling many a rebellious non-human community. Great. It was under his command that the unit rose to fame. Vernon earned Foltest's favor and trust through his deeds. One word from the king and he would jump headlong into fire, asking only how long he was to stay there and hold his ground. That is the kind of man Vernon Roche was at the time. Bousy Lavalette, no more than a lad back then, Bousy already displayed the pride and obstinity typical of the Lavalettes. Some, however, attributed these qualities to the fact that King Foltest was his father, of course. And Anais Lavalette, the daughter of Baroness Mary Louisa Lavalette, was a scant few summers old at the time. Rumors that King Foltest was her father gave beginning to many important events. And Wes, the fair-haired Wes, stood apart from the rest of Vernon Roche's unit, and not only in that she was the only woman in the elite formation of hardened cutthroats and swashbucklers. Her girlish face and shapely body would stand out even if a uniform did not emphasize them. Dandelion, come on. For there is something in soldier woman that attracts a man's gaze, and Wes was no exception. The reader should not, however, be misled by this description. One does not earn a blue stripes membership with good looks, but with skill, determination, and at times ruthlessness. Anyone disregarding Wes would pay dearly for misjudging this young woman. Because of her gender, Wes would sometimes receive assignments where her beauty was more important than her combat abilities and efficiency. Roche had used Wes as his trump card more than once. Alright, it makes sense. Monsters, crafting, nothing. Tutorials, we got a lot. Formulas and glossary, nothing. Okay. So we get a little bit of an idea. Hello, Tris. Anything else? Alright, see you.
I'll join you later.
Right, you will. I'll just be taking this money. Alright, use X. Put this sword away. I dropped something? Is there nothing else here? What the hell was a control to? Control options. Control options, graphics, Steam Cloud, sound and music, gameplay, difficulty QTEs. How do I see controls? Is it in the journal? Probably in the tutorials. Which is Medallion? Z. Okay, it's not X, it's Z. Right, well, nothing else here. How about I save the game? Press Z again once more, and then I'll see you all in the next one. We'll finally start our journey into what looks like a. Oh, there they go again. Nice little catapults. Alright, see you in the next one.